over 200 SAF soldiers gained operational experience through UN missions in 2007. They went to places like the Gulf, Afghanistan and Nepal.
Afghanistan is a very harsh country. They don't have a proper road infrastructure like us. They only have tracks. The best roads they have is actually muddy tracks. Bridges they have is actually made of logs, 2 to 3 logs placed across the river, and no vehicles are able to so-called ford across the rivers, especially during the flooding season.
The SAF deployed 2 humanitarian assistance teams to Bamiyan, Afghanistan last year. The 5-member engineer project team managed 4 construction projects in central Bamiyan. They included 2 bridges, a drainage system and a water supply system for the local university. The bridges make it easier for the locals to get to the bazaars and facilities. They also allow vehicles to travel across. Over at the Bamiyan Hospital, a 5-man SAF dental team helped to establish the province's first dental clinic. From May to July, they performed over 1,200 procedures. They also provided on-the-job training for an Afghan dentist and 2 dental assistants who continue to run the clinic. During the deployment, the SAF dental team also taught the locals the importance of dental care. Before going on their missions, our troops made extensive preparations. They learned more about weapons training, chemical defense, how to deal with stress, and were even taught negotiation skills.
For example, during one time we had a local land ownership dispute. However, with all the negotiation skills that we were taught, we were basically able to settle the dispute amicably, with both parties being satisfied.
The mission to Afghanistan had its share of danger. Landmines and insurgent attacks were the main threats, but our men were prepared.
We had armored vehicles to protect us from all possible insurgent attacks from small arms fires. We are equipped with anti-mine boots. We also tried to random our movement trips so that there isn't a fixed pattern for people to determine when we are moving out, where we are going.
Over in the Gulf, a KC-135 and 33 men from the RSAF were deployed in support of the multinational effort for the reconstruction of Iraq. During the 3-month deployment, the team provided crucial support in air-to-air refueling missions for the multinational forces. This is the 4th time that Singapore has deployed a KC-135 tanker for this effort. The detachment had to endure the scorching heat of the day and chilly nights. Another challenge was the severe sandstorms that reduced visibility to 1 kilometer. Major Ong Chuan Hian was one of 2 SAF officers deployed to Nepal. As the UN Joint Monitoring Team leader, he helped to settle disagreements between the ceasefire parties. His work also took him to communities in remote areas to educate them on the developments in the peace agreements.
Sometimes when we conduct patrol, we have to fly in by UN helicopters to the hills because there's no road network to be accessed into the area. So when we are deployed and to conduct patrol in the hills, we have to trek about 8 to 10 hours every day just to go to the village to share the peace process to the people.
Different areas of operation pose different sets of challenges. For the Navy's most recent deployment to the North Arabian Gulf, the main threat came from small, fast boats which could launch a suicide attack.
How we try to mitigate is we try to spot things earlier, keep a better situation awareness, then make sure that my guys are on a constant lookout through the radar, through using the bino.
Staying vigilant and being able to react fast were critical to mission success.
The unmanned systems is something that we want to use. Well, it's new technology, it is efficient, and most importantly, it's safe. With the protector, you can close in and you're not putting anybody's life at risk.
RSS Persistence and her 180-member crew undertook tasks such as protecting the waters around key oil terminals, providing logistics support for coalition vessels and helicopters, and conducting patrol and boarding operations. She was the SAF's 4th landing ship tank deployment to the area, and this time round the SAF played a bigger role.
As Scene of Action Commander, you not only take charge of your sectors, but the whole area around the terminal. You have to coordinate the protection of the terminal with other ships working for you, and the ships can be from the US, UK, Australia, and Iraq, as well as the security detachments on the terminal itself.
These are members of the ship security team. Their task was to conduct shipboarding operations on merchant vessels and oil tankers before they are allowed to proceed to the oil terminals. They also keep a watchful eye in and around the oil terminals to guard against terrorist attacks.
First deployment I came for, there isn't any cooperation or work, anything related to the Iraqis, because they haven't even established yet. This deployment, we did combined boarding with them. We did exchange. We taught them how to board. We taught them the procedures, and their officers came on board ours and learned how to maneuver, how to navigate the ships.
While the SAF's primary mission must still be to defend Singapore, we contribute within our means to international peace support missions, relief and reconstruction efforts. This commitment acknowledges that in today's interconnected world, all countries must do their part to maintain security and stability.